Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I have a special guest for you all. And that is drum roll. Why are you laughing? No, he's gonna be there. I'm not going to edit it out.
My name is Philip. Um, that's it.
Okay. Philip is a scholarship student here in Russia and he's going to take us through how he was able to acquire the scholarship. Philip, so you're doing your scholarship in what course?
Business management at Oral Federal University.
As a master holder or PhD holder?
PhD student.
Okay, so you see, this is hey brain. I'm sitting beside brain here, guys. PhD holder. At what age? Do you mind telling us your age?
I'm currently 27.
Hey, God, I beg. I'm still doing medicine. So we have a PhD holder, 27-year-old young fine man.
With a special research in technology.
So Philly, please, can you tell us how were you able to acquire the scholarship in your PhD? Your
Well,
PhD.
for my well, it's kind. It depends. There are two kind of scholarship in Russia. So
Okay.
there is the education in Russia.
Mhm.
That is the website, and there is Open Doors website. So
So which one did you use?
I use Open Doors because, like, um, if we're looking at the other scholarship that is out there right now, is either you know somebody that knows somebody to help you get the scholarship, which it still happens in
Mm.
Nigeria. Open Doors is basically just
You apply
just
yourself.
apply yourself, do the exams, and be okay, right? There are different kind of it's well, Open Doors is only for masters and PhD holder, but
Why not for BSc?
I think that is the way they designed it, right?
So
The
that's not fair.
Open Doors scholarship is currently active right now,
Okay.
and I'm willing to help as many people as if they are interested in applying for that scholarship. I am a recipient myself, and it starts from September 15 until December 15.
Keep the dates, guys. And I'm going to leave his handle on the screen so that you guys can follow him on Instagram and, get in his DM.
So how you work it is it depends. Well, it's not so technical as it sounds, but it might sound complicated because they're watching it from the video. So basically, you go to the website, you register as a scholarship student, masters or PhD.
Mhm.
They do not have like a specific course. They have what they call tracks. So, for
Oh.
example, there is management track. Inside management, there's business management. There is organizational management. There are different.
Anything for we the science, in the
Yes,
medical
yes.
line.
It covers from science, even medical laboratory. So if you have medicine as a career and you want to go for masters in medicine, it's on there. It's on the website. There
Okay.
is a lot of different tracks there. If you're a master student, there are two different levels. So you apply. There's something called your portfolio evaluation. In that
Okay.
portfolio evaluation, if you are applying as a master's in science courses and everything, right?
Mhm.
You need it's Man, it's a long process, but like you need to have when it's a portfolio, everything you've ever achieved in your life, like certificates, conferences with evidence, websites,
Like,
publications.
I don't know if it's okay to say this,
Mhm.
like an in-depth CV kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
Hmm.
In-depth CV, but then there, you don't just upload one CV there. There are different sections. What have you
Hmm.
published? You
Yeah,
upload
that
it
was
there.
why I used the
Yeah,
word
yeah.
in-depth, like
So
to
certificate,
details.
yeah, yeah. So and there are several websites where you can obtain certificate. For me, I they mark each category.
Oh,
Yeah, each category with scores. Everything is over 100. For my own portfolio, I got 95, and that's this thing.
I'm not lying. This guy, he brain die. Okay, sorry, sorry.
So, and then that portfolio, honestly, if you can just clear that portfolio with like 90, 95, the second part is the exam,
And then
right?
how will it be possible to acquire 95? Is there something they have to do or
Well, okay.
what?
Yeah, so the first part is academic transcript and
Or
the
from
likes.
your school?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that one I think is about 30 marks. No, I think it's about 20 marks. Then motivation letter also 20 marks. So 40 marks. If you are good with that, is already
What
guaranteed.
about recommendation letter?
No, recommendation letter will come later. But
Oh, okay.
just that two parts, your academic transcript, academic certificate, everything has a mark on it. So if it is complete, they will give you a full mark. If it is not, they will deduct maybe 2 or 3 marks. You get 17. In that part, I cleared it. The motivation letter is also, I think, 20 marks also. Motivation letter You have to write about what you want to study, why you want to study in Russia. Also, you have to write about what you would do in Russia after you're done with your masters. Well, not really what you do in Russia, like what you would do after you're done with your studies.
Mhm.
Why do you deserve? It's basically like it's a motivation
You
letter. I
need to
think in
convince them
yeah,
why
right.
you think you
Hmm.
deserve the scholarship.
And it has to be very like you can't use AI to write motivation letter. Of course, it can
Hmm.
give you idea, but I think for everybody applying for this scholarship, that is what I'm telling anybody I'm helping right now. Start with AI to give you like
An
an idea
idea.
of what you
Hmm.
write, and then you can start tailoring it to how you're going to work it
Hmm.
out. So that part, I also got my 20 marks. Then you come to publications. So when I finished my masters also in Russia, international management.
Okay.
Before I finished my masters,
Here in Russia,
here
right?
in Russia, yeah,
Hmm.
at Ura Federal University. So I had some publications, article publications, everything. So
Wow.
whatever articles you have, upload it there also. You get some marks for that. The next part is conferences that you have ever applied, that you have ever attended. Yeah, I'm serious. Like
We that we don't like conference.
honestly, anything you can do. Conferences you have applied, and most conference that you want to apply, you want to attend should have certificates of participation. Yeah, actually. So, conferences that you have applied or
That
that you
you've
have attended,
attended.
right?
Hmm.
There should be certificate of participation uploaded there. Then certificates
But
of
what if we don't have
yeah, yeah, of
certificate of
course.
participation?
See, if you don't have certificate of participation, then just leave that one blank. There are several places. The thing is, there are up to 10 categories. We're only fighting for 60 marks now. There are 10 categories. Just publications alone is 50 marks. If you're an
Wow.
academic person, there is Scopus, Index, and the likes. So if you have any article, for me, my master's thesis was published in my university under Scopus Index. So also that one gave me it wasn't on directly on Scopus website, but it was under the Scopus index. So it gave me a little bit of mark in that part, right? So if you don't have articles on Scopus index, you can also publish just general article or on any website and have the identification number and the likes where they can and the website where you published it. That is that. If you don't have that, there are several categories. For example, if you don't have conference that you have applied to, you can also do online courses. Any online courses that is related to the course you want to study. For
Mhm.
me, I did about five online course before I applied for that, and that alone gave me 20 marks. That is over 20. That alone gave me
Wow,
20
let's
marks.
take a lot of
So
processing.
see, that is 60 marks already gone from just that. Then in my master's program, okay, I should add this. In my master's program, I was given one of the best research students in at UFU by the rector. So
Mhm.
I have this red certificate that shows it. I snapped that and I uploaded it there also. That also has a mark.
I think it makes
So
sense why he got 90 what again?
95.
95. All
So
of these things? Heck yeah.
but apart from that, also, so if you are coming from Nigeria newly, if you have any award in Nigeria,
Oh,
right? Any
that's a nice
award
one.
from the university, from your faculty,
Mhm, mhm.
anything, just put it. I even uploaded this discipleship that we do in Nigerian churches, where
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
disciple graduation, I uploaded there. It got mark. I'm serious.
Anything.
Anything to just give you mark, any certificates you have
And
will
show the
help.
smart side of you, and the social side of you.
Okay, yeah, I will get that. Also, I will get there also. So, apart from that, okay, certificate. What else? Okay, then we go to
You work,
work. Yeah,
I think.
voluntary experience, like
Mm-hmm.
things that you have volunteered for. For me, the only thing, oh, yeah, yeah, okay, I've had a lot. So
Have you ever had any volunteer
yeah,
work?
yeah,
You've done a
definitely.
lot?
While I was in
I don't have one.
when I was an undergraduate in FUTA, Federal University of Technology, I was one time International Project Management Association president. It was not an elected position, it was an appointed position. So I got there, and during my time, I was able to influence my community by helping. We organized internship for people and the
Mm-hmm.
likes. So I didn't even like, I felt like that was too much. So I limited,
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't put so much of my
Mm-hmm.
voluntary experience there. But NYSC is part of voluntary experience. NYC
Mm-hmm.
certificate is part of certificates. You see, the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, I'm sure 90% of Nigerians have everything I'm talking about. But they don't know where to put it on that website. And
Hmm.
there is a like a specific category that you, if you put NYC certificate in maybe volunteer experience, it might not give you mark. But if you put it in, let's say, certificate end, it will give you mark,
Oh.
right? So it's
So
just
they actually
knowing.
need guidance,
Mm-hmm,
like
yeah, exactly.
on all of these
On all of
things,
these
and
things,
he's ready
exactly.
to offer that. So if you're interested, I think just enter his DM and
Yeah,
tell him, let him guide you. He's ready
exactly.
to help.
And then just to make this not too long,
Yeah.
yeah, the last part I think was recommendation letter. So
Okay.
for me, I got a recommendation letter from my supervisor
Here in Russia?
in Russia. And if you can't get, if you're a master student, you don't necessarily have to have a supervisor for anything. You can get a recommendation letter from your lecturer, you
Mm-hmm.
understand, in the university that you
Mm-hmm.
graduated from. I think it would be very, very okay for you to get a letter headed recommendation from your ed. I think anybody, you can just
HOD, head of
HOD or anything,
department, your
right? You
lecturer.
can get
Okay.
that. And also, yeah, WAEC certificate
Yeah,
also
you mentioned
gets
that.
yeah.
Okay. Just to ask this in case somebody is curious out there.
Mhm.
Um, for how long does this take? All this processing, application, and all of that.
Okay, so for masters students, when they apply, the application ends by December 15th. Then portfolio rating, I think they rate your portfolio. I think the results comes out about January, no, December 25. So
Okay.
the
Ends.
first stage of application ends by December 15th. The result for the portfolio grading comes out by, I think, between December 25th and December 29th. So you already know what your portfolio is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the second stage is exams.
Oh, they are going
Yeah,
to write an
they're
exam.
going to write an exam. But for me, I won't lie. My exam, I got 30 over 100
Wow.
because I already have my portfolio, and I was still working there. So like I didn't have time to prepare.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I just didn't. I got 30 over 100, and still
Okay,
I still got
but
my scholarship.
sorry to cut
Hmm.
you, but in case of the exam, what if you have like a higher score? Does
See,
that add to your
definitely.
points?
See,
Okay.
it's two things. Is that you, if you get a low portfolio score, maybe like 60 or 50,
Mm-hmm.
make sure you do well in the exam. Get 70 or 90. If you do well in the portfolio, you should also do well in the exam. But just in case, target maybe from 40 above. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So you will do well. So the exam schedule starts from, I think, from January 7 or 11. It runs through the whole of January. The
Mm-hmm.
result for the exams comes out by February, right? So for masters, they only have two stages, like I said. Once you apply, you only have the portfolio and the exams. And then I think around March or so, they're going to announce the winners of the master's track. For the PhD track, they are now going to, after you go from you pass the portfolio, then you pass the exams, then you have
Mm-hmm.
to go to the supervisor. That is the stage three. So for PhD, you have to have a supervisor. Now,
Yeah, yeah,
you have
yeah.
to have a research proposal. I think every if you want to do
PhD
PhD,
holder should
you
know
should
that.
have that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to have an interesting PhD proposal. So each supervisor is on that website. They're going to contact you if they're interested in your research topic.
Mm-hmm.
You can pass stage one, pass stage two, and fail stage three as a PhD person, and you won't get a scholarship. Yeah.
Goodness.
So if you pass stage one, pass stage two, and you don't even have an interesting PhD proposal, or you don't have a research interest in mind, that is number two. You don't have the school you want to go to.
So you have
You
to
have
be
not made,
prepared.
of course. See, PhD is
Do
research.
your
You
research.
understand?
Yeah.
There were some students that they don't even know which school they wanted to
And
attend.
sorry to cut you, all
Yeah,
this processing is applicable to the master students as
yeah,
well, right?
definitely.
Okay.
Actually, everybody has to do their own research. You have to know the university you want to go to. As a master student, you have to know the cost of living, which can be found on Google. Basically, just there, well, the most popular cities everybody goes to in Russia is Yekaterinburg, Moscow, St. Petersburg,
I think Kusk as well.
Kursk, yeah, and what else? Yeah, I think those ones, right?
Mhm.
So make your research, go on
Check my
Google.
video on schools in Russia
Exactly,
and tuition
exactly.
fees in Russia. I
Mhm.
think, yeah, that would give you an idea of schools to, search,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. So just search the schools, watch videos that I think you already uploaded a lot of videos on schools and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
they can just watch videos on how to search schools and everything. And then when you know your supervisor, each university for PhD, each university has a catalog of professors
Mm-hmm.
and their research interest. Just find the professor, find their name, find their email, write to them. If you want to write independently to them, it's not a bad idea. You are doing your due diligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then on the website also, if for example now I contacted a professor, of course I already had a supervisor, but I contacted a professor, or let's say perhaps the professor was interested in me. And how it works is that once the
Yeah, I
professor,
heard of situations
yeah,
where professor are interested in
mm-hmm,
you, they pick you.
and
Mhm.
once they pick you, you can't tell them. So immediately he interviewed me. I emailed him, please reject me. I already have a supervisor. I've not had the interview yet. Just reject me. He said he liked my this thing, and then he politely rejected on the website. So make your due diligence. They are going to ask you. The supervisors are going to interview you individually, and when they get to know you better, they will decide whether they want to work with you or not. And for most focused and not Japa based PhD person. If you are coming to do
Don't be
PhD,
saying you want
don't
jackpot.
say you want
You're
jackpot, you
here to
understand?
study.
Right? So for most PhD students that are focused, they already know all these ideas. So
Mm-hmm.
they'll just come and just like beat the interview. And once they're done with the interview, the supervisor is going to tell you that they're interested in working with you, and that's it.
That's the
And
end.
that's the end.
Okay, so if I get you correctly, so all this processing takes minimum of
5 months.
5 months,
Yeah, for
maybe.
PhD, 5 months. I think
For
it starts from
masters,
December to around April, May, right? And I think, well, that is after they have announced your name as a PhD scholarship person around April, May. Then you wait for all the necessary documents, which is outside the Open Doors
mm-hmm.
scholarship
Mm-hmm.
now. But then that one is with the school and everything. But for masters, I think it just from the process from the start of application till when they announce that your winner is, I think, December, January, February, March, so
But I
about
think
four
they would
months
know as long as they're in the whole
Yeah,
processing
yeah,
of a
yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
And about the educational aspect, I want to touch upon that because I actually applied at some point for the educational aspect, and I did all the necessary form filling and all of that,
Hmm.
and then it was sent to Nigeria, waiting for the Nigerian embassy to approve my application. But I didn't hear anything. So, but yeah, I think that educational part is actually tricky. The main plug now is more of open
Yeah, I
doors,
think,
right?
see, I won't advise anybody to go. Well, it depends. If you have the leg, go through educations in Russia. See
I
that
don't get
education.
leg now, so they know answer me.
Education in Russia, they will even tell you that for you to write the exam, you have to come back to Nigeria. So if you're here, you have to go back to Nigeria to write the exam. But if you're in Nigeria, even if you go and write the exam, trust me, they already have a list of people that they want to select. So there's no need to
Let's
go
not
through
go deep
stress.
into that. Let's give our country a good image. But yeah, guys, that's it. You have it. Thank you very much for coming to our
Thank you
channel.
for
Really
inviting me.
appreciate you. Thank you so
And
much.
if anybody needs any more information, like I said, they can follow me on social media. I think they just text me. I don't appreciate calls. Just text,
Okay,
right?
please, guys,
Just
he doesn't
text. I'm
appreciate
interested
calls.
in the scholarship, and I'm very available. I'm available to help anybody.
Yeah,
It's
thank
not a thing.
you. You see, people, I will give you connection. Okay, guys, thank you. As you've heard it, he said you can get in touch with him and he's ready to help you whenever you can. But please don't call him unannounced. You need to inform him. Do due diligence, please. Be polite with all of that. But yeah, thank you. And I hope if you have any other questions for him, he's going to be in the comment section like me. So he's going to reply all your questions. And yeah, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you all in my next video. Thank you. Bye for now. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to
Bawoni.
my YouTube channel.
Calm down, calm
If
down.
you're new here, welcome.
Calm
Oh
down.
my god!
All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. On three, two, one, go.
Oh no!
You never know.
Error, lele
Oh
yo.
my god. Femi, you know what I was thinking? Like, I thought she introduced me. I come with that crazy.
Oh no, because mama zoom in on
Okay,
you.
that's good. That's good.
Oh my god. And then we have here. What's your name? Please
This
introduce
is my
yourself.
first time on video.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
right? I feel special.
Yeah.